It's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Hello there, Titoclockers. Welcome to the show. We got June Oliva tuned in first on the show. Congratulations, June. Mayan, boom, right there, right after June. And all the Titoclockers. Hi, Mayan. Nice to see you on the show. Who else is out there? Pop your message in. We want to see you. There we go. Joseph is here with us, Segura. We've also got Chris Williams. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás usted? Gilmar, Dexter, Falcon, Biro, Poshy's there. Hi. Hey, Poshy's on YouTube. That's cool. We don't get a whole bunch on YouTube, so it's nice to see people who are tuned in from YouTube. Like Christine also is watching us from YouTube. Normally it's all Facebook stuff, but we'll take it from anywhere we can. Jay Elaine Ramos is there. We got Nerva. We got Andy Nuestro. I could go on, but they're just kind of all pouring in at the same time. So I'll just say a big collective hi to everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Titoclock. We are here live till 6 p.m. tonight, as we always are every Friday. It is just basically our little time together, shall we say, a little tradition we started in the pandemic. I'm sure most of you know that already. But even though we're down to alert level 1, it doesn't mean we don't need each other, right? We're here for you. We're here, and we're going to stay here because we found this community to be just worth staying for. It's awesome. We wouldn't need a pandemic just to as an excuse to get together. All right, so with that out of the way, we've got a pretty big show lined up for you today. We've got, we're going to be talking to MG Cars today because there's an all-new model that they've released, a very exciting one called the HS. I say it's exciting because it's got all of the goodies that you really want in a luxury SUV, but they managed to get it at a very, very, very decent price. So they've really managed to create this little, I guess, niche where you really need it right now. People are looking to save gas. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later on how MG are handling that. Also, we've got our raffles. We've got, what we got today? We got the Motivo ones. That was a really popular one. We've also got this Marks and Spencer's one. Why am I doing this? Because I'm wearing a Marks and Spencer. Yes, I am. And so we got Marks and Spencer raffle. We've got the Motivo raffle, which is the cell phone holders. We're wrapping off the Cardi Clear. This is like a 1-year supply of Cardi Clear fish oil. That's really good, especially for people my age bracket. We've also got, some stuff from NG. So it's a pretty big show, right? And then we've of course got Free Plug Friday, which is our little community effort. That's come up. You can get some great deals there. But first up, we normally start the show just to get on the same page as everybody else. So we're all sort of learning the same thing. Is the latest in headlines. And for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got for us, Chris?
Hello, Tita James. Happy Friday, my fellow Titoclockers. Today is World Sleep Day, but it's time to wake up to some Titoclock news. The Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, said today that the country's unemployment rate decreased from 6.6% in December 2021 to 6.4% in January 2022. National statistician Dennis Mapa reported that the 6.4% unemployment rate in January this year translates to 2.93 million unemployed Filipinos, lower than the 3.27 million unemployed in December last year. Mapa said the number of persons 15 years old and over reported as either employed or unemployed was estimated at 45.94 million in January 2022. Meanwhile, the employment rate in the country for January 2022 was 93.6%, higher than the 93.4% in December 2021. In terms of magnitude, the number of employed persons increased from 41.25 million in January 2021 to 43.02 million in January 2022. MAPA also reported that the number of underemployed or employed individuals who want to have additional hours of work in their present job, or to have an additional job, or to have a new job with longer hours of work was at 6.40 million, translating to an underemployment rate of 14.9%. A big rollback in local pump prices is projected to provide temporary relief to Filipino consumers next week if the downward movement in oil prices is sustained until today. Fernando Martinez, chair of the Independent Philippine Petroleum Companies Association and of Eastern Petroleum Corp, said on Thursday that there could be a price reduction of as much as 12 pesos a liter for diesel next week. He noted, however, that this could easily be reversed by developments in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Martinez said that as of Wednesday this week, the rollback was 2 to 3 pesos a liter, which he noted could change by today. Local prices at the pump range from 70 to 80 pesos a liter, depending on the grade. Since January, prices of gasoline and diesel have already increased by 20.35 and 30.65 pesos respectively. The Philippine oil industry has stopped benchmarking local pump prices on crude since the remaining local refineries have capacities that are lower than the national oil demand. Ottawa announced Thursday it is establishing a new immigrant program that will offer Ukrainians fleeing the Russian invasion a temporary Canadian residence permit for up to 3 years. Applicants are required to apply online and provide their biometric data in form of fingerprints and a photo. Ukrainian refugees can simultaneously apply for a work and study permit. Ukrainians and their families already settled on Canadian soil will also benefit from the new measures and can extend their visitor status or work permit for 3 years, apply for a new work or study permit, or extend their existing permit. According to a United Nations count released Thursday, more than 3 million people have fled Ukraine since the start of the deadly Russian invasion on February 24. Kathleen Payton was crowned 2022 Miss Eco International in ceremony staged at the Triumph Luxury Hotel in Egypt on March 17, March 18 in Manila, giving the Philippines its second triumph 4 years after Cynthia Tomala won the crown in 2018. The Philippines recorded a 21 respectively. No pageant was staged in 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Miss Eco International is Peyton's second. Peyton earned a top 21 spot after bagging the Best in Eco Video Award. She bested 40 other aspirants for the Miss Eco International title. Her court includes the candidates from Belgium, the United States, Spain, and Malaysia. Peyton will be given the opportunity to serve as a United Nations ambassador for the environment. Those were the latest in headlines for Tito Clock. Let's stay awake to some more interesting internet stuff brought to you by Kamote Corner. Oh yeah.
Before we get into that, hey, so that's cool. A Filipino won again in Miss Eco International.
Yes.
I'm normally the host of that one in Egypt, but we had to turn that down because of the pandemic. And well, just glad to see that we are represented still. So woo! Good news.
Yes. Proud Pinoy. Congratulations, Kat. All right.
All right, now from proud Pinoy to our not so proud Camotes, what do we got?
Here we go. The first one is called, oh, by the way, brace yourselves, guys. It's called an emergency break. Emergency.
Emergency.
Pun intended.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious? Again.
Rewind, replay.
Oh
Is there
my
a
God.
slow-mo version?
Nakakahiya. Okay, one
True.
more. Oh my god.
Giving
Wala
it
akong
a
masabi. Wala akong masabi. I'm just like, wow, emergency break. I like that. That's oh, apt. Not opt.
yeah, app indeed.
Oh my
Hindi
god.
ko
Okay.
nag-excuse me yung ano. Sana nag-excuse me yung emergency.
Oh, diba? I wonder if does he actually make okay, so they talk naman.
Yeah.
Hindi naman like parang nothing happened. Okay.
There's a kada
Next
card
up, we
kasi did not go.
I'm pacing you. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
I'm trying to
didn't move
measure my
it.
reaction.
All right. Next one. Let's see the kamote season. And I don't mean the root crop again. Well, it's
Oh, it's
raining.
just the underpass thing again.
Yes.
It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
When will they ever? Oh my God! This
May
is such
meeting
a
ulit.
this is such a it gets people's really their blood boiling because yeah, we've covered this so many times. I know a lot of people are gonna say, but Tito James, you got to be kind to them because of their wet weather. Look, it's part and parcel of owning a motorcycle. I'm sorry, but there are still rules. It doesn't just mean because there's wet weather you can do this. Because when it's not wet weather and you can get through traffic faster than all the cars, we don't hold that against you. We don't say, "Oi, di puede." Look at us poor guys in the cars. Make sure that you stay with us so that you know what I mean? They're
Yes.
getting it when it's not. It's not a no. I'm sorry. It's just part and parcel. You got advantages and disadvantages of being on a bike, and one of them's this. So you
Mhm.
just can't block it for everyone else. There's just no excuse for this. I'm sorry. There's actually laws for this. So it's not even my opinion anymore. It's just about what's right and what's wrong. And when they take up a whole lane, ay nako, ay nako. I do feel.
Okay.
It's not that I don't. I ride a bike too. I feel it. I empathize. But when I go and ride a bike, I don't stop under underpasses like that because it's just not allowed.
That's true. Yes.
Anyway,
You have to
next.
find you have to find another shade, guys. All
Uh,
right. Next, we're halfway there. This is called Vroom.
Oi, oi, oi. Is that a bike or is that an e-bike? E-bike, yeah.
It was an e-bike.
One of those. Oh my gosh. Again.
Still freaks me out, even though
Still
I've
does,
watched
yeah.
a million times this afternoon.
Because you think. I mean, never mind. Next.
Next, no
Self-explanatory.
words.
There's nothing to add to that, but
Tito
nothing.
James has no
Yeah,
words
that
for you
could get
guys.
me in trouble for saying anyway. So I'll just leave it now. Zip. Next.
Okay. Next is called Magic. This is some cool David Copperfield, David Blaine stuff right here. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Breaking down barriers, moving barriers. Yeah, this is wow. Is that just blowing in the wind? Is that all this is? That's all.
Possibly.
Wow. Okay.
Pero bakit isa lang? So, ibig sabihin walang weight yung
Not
isa.
too big. Normally, because those things have water in them,
Yeah.
or they're supposed to.
Maybe it
That's
dried out because of the weather. Kaya.
Yeah, exactly. Or I don't know, but it's it's supposed to have like to add the weight so that
Yeah.
they're easy to transport without and all, but you can add weight to them. So weird luck because that can
Yeah.
cause a real problem on the road. Okay, next. See
All
if I
right. Last but
Um,
not the least, Tito James, the big question for this one is, pwede ba yan? Pwede ba to? Let's take a look.
Ano yun? Boxing training. Okay,
Pwede
this
ba
one I gotta say. This got me. This is creative. Not healthy, not safe, guys. Don't what just this is not. But God, you gotta admit it is funny. It is funny. That's
Because of
like
the head is still not covered, so I don't think
well,
so.
that's why it's not. You can't laugh too hard. You got to make sure that you send the message. You don't do this, right? Because there's obviously it's not going to protect you. But my God, how can you not laugh and go?
Pero ang cute mo, kuya.
"How cute."
Pag mo na
Oh my God, I
ulitin,
think we got
ano na yan?
one. We need some help with captions here today. I think if you got some captions, pop them over there for that guy. I'll post that after the show. The boxing training gear, the headgear. Headgear. Michael says headgear. Sige, I wanna go through your things and see what we can use as a caption for that. That'll be funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Go right ahead, guys. Okay, Tito James, that's all we have for today. And once again, we made it! Yes, thank you so much, everyone. Have a awesome weekend. Congratulations in advance to our raffle winners. Avoid kamote people, but always choose happiness with some sugar rush. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. That's Krista Peñas. And follow Sugar Rush Entertainment PH on Facebook and Instagram. Remember to stay safe, healthy, and hydrated. This is Chris. See you guys. Bye.
Thanks, Chris. And that was Chris with the latest in headlines. And well, now it's time for everybody's. I think some people would say this is their favorite portion of the show. I'm not being presumptuous, am I? A lot of people love this. The reason they love this is because, oh wait, before I finish that, I got ahead of myself. That was the inbox of Chris. Chris has her IG over there. She does voiceovers as well if you want to get a hold of her for anything to do with either online hosting, especially children's bars. She does a great job with that. Or you just need voiceover work. Hit her up because that's how we like to do things over here. We like to keep things in the community. And this is why we have what we call our Free Plug Friday. It's also another opportunity to be able to give back to the community and for all of us to be able to pitch in together to get this economy kick-started. You know, we come from a 2-year, very difficult pandemic that's really slowed down a lot of things. A lot of people had to pivot out of the jobs that they knew how to do and jobs that they didn't. So it really does help these guys out when you go out of your way to support them. So if there's anything you see that you like here for Free Plug Friday, try to hit them up because it really does make their day and it really does help everybody get restarted again in this new economy that we're in. Also, if you happen to be a small business owner, it is, and you've got something that you want to advertise, get to a wider audience, by all means, we'd be happy to help you out here. Just pop over a message to Deaconitis. That's on Instagram. You can see it right there. It's scrolling down. Just go over there, send X a message, and so long as you're small enough and you're not, you know, like a big business trying to sort of make big money out of it, you're just trying to pivot, that's the people we want to help out. We'll be happy to do that for you absolutely free. So for now, we've got a whole bunch of cool stuff, and for that we need X. X, what you got in the box there, X?
Hi, DJs. We actually have a lot in sermons again. But before we go there, I just want to say hi to all Titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, featuring us on the screen. Let's have Free Plug Friday by sanitizing our hands with Lenato PH. So Lenato PH, DJs offers home care products such as these sterilium hand disinfectants that come in different sizes and smell it.
Wow.
These
clean.
exactly. These actually smell like disinfectants that hospitals have been using for many years now because of its features, DJs, based on the label alone. Look, it's not only bactericidal, but it's also fungicidal, tuberculocidal, virucidal. Wow. I know it's a real deal, DJs. And what's another real deal is the price is 288 pesos for the 100 ml. 840 pesos for the 500 ml and 1,200 pesos for the 1 liter. And the prices can also differ if you need a dosing pump to come with the bottle. But you know what's cool, everybody, James?
Let me guess. Raffle time!
Alright, guys, the Raffle PH are giving away a set of 100 ml and a 500 ml beryllium hand disinfectants for one lucky Titoclocker. So what should I put down there in the comments below, Tito James?
I don't know. Something resembling clean. You know, the pandemic may be sort of over, but, you know, cleaning your hands is not.
Exactly.
This is something that I think we should take well beyond the pandemic because
Exactly.
whether we have COVID or not, cleaning your hands is absolutely essential. So just how about a show of clean hands?
Okay, or clean hands
Clean
out there.
hands,
All
okay?
right, guys, we're going to draw it out after the show. Good luck. Again, Leonardo PH on Facebook. Next, now that we've sanitized it, James, it's time for us to eat. First up on the list is the White Pantry Manila, which offers homegrown Mexican food. So, Tita Jane, a little backstory here. The owners are actually a mother-daughter tandem, and the mother owned a boudoir photography studio, and the daughter was a flight attendant. So they both had to pivot during the pandemic. So they sent over some of their bestsellers, such as the 7-layer taco dip, chicken chalupa, chicken chimichanga, and baja fish tacos. How did you find it, DJ?
Which one did I try?
Yes,
I tried 2 of them.
I think you tried both the chicken chalupa and chimichanga.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Yep.
So good. And then what was the other one?
Chicken chimichanga.
Oh my gosh.
The one with the beans.
So authentic, so good. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Just the right amount of spice, flavors. I think they did a
even the
great job.
sauce.
Yeah, no, it was really good. And Mexican is, it sounds simple, but it's actually hard to get right.
The chicken chalupa was sublime for me. I love how the pita stayed crispy. despite having to travel all the way to the Titoclock studio and even the deconstructed Baja fish tacos. I love that you have the choice to make it yourself. But you know what else is there to love, Tito James?
Let me guess. Wild guess.
All right, so guys, White Pantry are raffling off food vouchers worth 500 pesos to 2 lucky Titoclockers. What should they comment down below?
This is easy. Find the Mexican flag.
Oh, okay. Put some Mexican flag below and put some love there. Good luck again, White Pantry on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Jomino Grill. So Jomino Grill is actually a Pasig-based meat shop turned into grill house that's located at Riverside Drive, Ortigas Extension. And they sent over some of their products, which is the barbecue, chicken isaw, ribs, bulalo, and crispy pata. Which one did you like, James?
Oh, crispy pata. I had that. I also reheated that in the air fryer, and it was as good as it would have come out in a restaurant.
No way.
Yes, wait. It had the crunch. So if you have an air fryer, not trying to brag, if you got one, use it, because this thing was deadly. Because normally the problem with crispy pata is I think you just should enjoy it at the restaurant, because it's fresh, it's soft, it's got the crackling and all that. When you take it home, it loses all of that. It's soggy, it feels like leather, and then trying to reheat it. This one, well, I only tried it once with the air fryer, and it was
good.
perfect.
Oh, wow.
No, it wasn't good. It was perfect.
Too bad I wasn't able to try, but I was able to try the chicken isaw, and it was super good. Guys, price is 28 pesos per barbecue stick, 13 pesos for the isaw manok, 25 pesos for the isaw bilog, 450 pesos for half a rack of ribs, 800 pesos for a full rack of ribs, 250 pesos for the bulalo, and it's 450 pesos for the crispy pata that Tito James tried. And they offer tray sets as well. Again, Jomino Grill on Facebook, Instagram, or you can check them out at their location in Riverside Drive or Ortigas Extension. Next, we go to Fortune Tree Chinese Cuisine. So, Fortune Tree Chinese Cuisine serves Chinese food for all occasions. So, Tito James, if you remember, they sent over steamed pampano with garlic, crab meat fried rice, and scallion chicken. Which one did you like, Tito James?
I love the crab meat fried rice.
Okay, me too. I agree.
I also tried the
scallion chicken.
Scallion chicken. That was the one with the ginger, right?
Yes.
Okay, that was superb. And then I gorged on that. I didn't get to try the steamed pampano with garlic. Somehow that went missing. It kind of swam away from this place. I mean, I'm not throwing shade or anything, but it was here. I turned around, it was gone.
It's kind of parinig.com for me. Okay, fine, guys. I love steamed pampano with garlic, so I kind of took that with me. Took it outside of the studio, so Tito James wasn't able to try, but guys, it was super good. Cooked perfectly. And also, like Tito James said, I also love the scallion chicken because the serving size was pretty generous, together with a crab meat fried rice. So guys, price is 320 pesos for the scallion chicken, 520 pesos for the steamed pampano, and it's 270 pesos for the crab meat fried rice. And all of these are good for sharing up to 4 packs. And they even offer larger serving sizes as well as other dishes to choose from. Again, Fortune Tree on Facebook and Instagram. Last but not the least, we go to Honest Cafe. So Honest Cafe, Tito James offers guilt-free vegan meals. So they sent over these vegan sisig, vegan pares, and vegan laing. How did you like it, Tito James?
Well, the fact that I didn't know it was vegan until you told me that, I guess that speaks volumes for what they're trying to do there. Because I had the pares and I didn't realize the sisig also can fool a pig.
It's a good one.
And it was quite. Eventually, of course, once you told me, I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. It doesn't feel like meat now that you tell me. But you know what? If you were just going to blindly give it to somebody, it still has reasonable enough texture and flavor to pass off as a non-vegan meal. I'm not saying that that's better, because vegan people tend to like vegan meals. But if you're trying to get both the vegan and the non-vegan, I think they've done a good job in doing that.
I agree with Jace, and I love the fact that I finally discovered an online food business where I can eat everything that they serve. So, like you, James, I actually like the vegan sisig because of the texture, the flavor, and it was perfect with rice. And I love the vegan laing. But for me, ours was a little bit too salty for my taste buds, at least. But it should be just right if you eat with the right amount of rice. Guys, price is 295 pesos for the pares, 310 pesos for the sisig, and 390 pesos for the laing. Again, Honest Cafe on Facebook and Instagram. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize blockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Friday, thank you, X. That's just our little minor contribution to the local economy to get things kick-started. You know, a lot of people have pivoted and they're just trying to get back on their feet. This is the best way we know how to help, by giving them a little exposure. So if there's something that you like there, go on, support them. Just pop them a message and start supporting the local community. This is how we grow. We create a ripple effect. Oh, and if you have something that you think should be on Free Plug Friday, just remember, we keep this for people who are kind of starting out. So no big businesses, please. If you have something like a home business, or you started out something in the pandemic, you just need a little bit of help, you'll see scrolling down below is the address you need to send to. It's Deaconitis on Instagram. So pop us a message there. X will be checking that out, and she will put you into the schedule, and we'll feature that. Don't worry, it won't cost you a single cent. This is just our way of saying thank you and just helping you guys out. So that's it for Free Plug Friday. As again, just for the small business, not like our next guest, which is a massive business which is about to explode. So we'd like to now introduce you to our special guest, Albert Arcilia from MG Philippines. Woo! You know you're special when you get the graphics, Albert.
Oh, really? Thank you.
You got the 1990s sort of graphics that we've reintroduced to the show just for you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's always a party when we're around.
It is. So we're going to have to keep it corporate for now, but not too much partying. But you know what? You got big news, Albert, and very excited because I was able to test drive this latest car that you've just launched. So I'm super excited to talk about it. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because I really need to, I think, establish with our audience here just who is behind this MG product, who is TCCI. So maybe we can start with that because a lot of people may know you from either another brand. Can you run us through the history of TCCI?
Hi, James. Thank you for having us this afternoon. And we're really very excited to see you again and to see all your friends watching us. TCCI is very excited with all these new things that are happening. And it's such good timing because now we have better mobility, less restrictions. So we're really very excited. TCCI stands for the Covenant Car Company Incorporated. And I'm sure, we've been together in many occasions, in many launches and press events. And TCCI are composed of people that have been working in the industry for more than 25, 27 years. So we're perfect for this show. We're more than titos and titas here. So maybe we're even grandpas to some of the audience there. But
speak for yourself.
We've been in the industry for almost 27, 28 years. We've been representing different brands, but TCCI as a company has been established for only 13 years with very familiar faces, very familiar people behind the company. But what we're most excited is just when we thought that we've already seen it all, 3 years ago, we were invited to be the distributor of MG in the Philippines, a very fast growing global brand. And we said, let's give it a shot. We did see that the automotive landscape was changing already as early as 4 or 5 years ago. So this is an opportunity for us to again introduce a new brand to the Philippine automotive industry. And now we are MG, and we've been selling MG cars for a good 3 years, including the pandemic. So it's been very exciting so far.
Well, that's very important, I think, to start with that, Albert, because, of course, as we know, MG being a new brand only in the country because you're, I think 98 years old around the world. Am I correct?
Yes, 98 years old. So I've seen almost 2/3 of my life with MG around. I mean, we've always read about it. We travel, we see it in a lot of European countries and Middle Eastern countries, but we just had that opportunity to bring it here in the Philippines 3 years ago.
Okay, so that's why I wanted to start off with that. Is for those who have been kind of exposed to the brand, but not on a local scale. It's important to know that the people behind it have that experience, because obviously the local ownership experience is what people are going to be banking on. And then I think you're doing a terrific job, because in just 3 years that you've been operating, you've set a few records. A little birdie told me, I think you hit somewhere around number 9 or 10 in the global markets of MG in just 3 years. That's a pretty big achievement when you see how popular the brand is in Australia, the Middle East, and even Africa. I mean, how did you do that? Well, what's behind that success?
Well, first we really had to understand the brand equity. We needed to understand what MG offered globally, and then we needed to translate it in the Philippine market. You see, the Philippine automotive market is really very cosmopolitan. We have a lot of Filipinos who travel, a lot of Filipinos who work in various countries. So they're very familiar with all these global brands. But we needed to translate it to the Philippine mass market so that they will be able to understand the growth of what MG is doing globally. So we understood the products, we knew the market, and we knew what specs were critical to the market. And we chose, well, we feel we chose the right models at the right price points.
Okay, because I think that has to be said. That's staggering growth for just 3 years, and you're now up to 39 dealerships.
Yes, James, we were growing despite the pandemic and restrictions. We were getting applications because I'm sure all of our viewers are aware the restrictions were different at any given time, at any given region, or any given LGU. So when the certain LGUs were closed, there were some LGUs that were open. So the opportunity was there, and we grabbed it, and there were people who applied, and they're selling MGs in 39 dealer networks right now.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but my personal experience and memory of this was MG released this MG Garage, this mobile garage app, even before the pandemic started. Did that give you some kind of head start with this growth in the pandemic, as everyone was forced to do things from home? They had this already up and running system. Was that?
Yeah.
Am I correct with that?
Yes, James, it was very helpful. I think it was very good timing for us that even when we started 3 years ago, before the pandemic, we already saw how digital platforms will play a key role in how we will market our products and offer it to the audience. So even before that, we already had the MG app, and it was very useful, especially for the service requirements, because people needed to know whether or not a dealer was open at any given time. And it was also important because they had the opportunity to call our service technicians even before they would bring the cars to the dealership. At the same time, when mobility was restricted, it was a very good opportunity for us to offer our cars even when people could not travel and go to the dealership.
And you even were able to continue like the MG, the caravans, the concerts, and stuff like that during the pandemic. How difficult was that?
It was something that we needed to learn because we are, you know us, we're such face-to-face people, especially us at TCCI. We like getting the vibe, the energy from our audience, from you, our friends, and all that. But we needed to learn how to communicate and touch our market, and we did have very good partners. We had good creative people, and of course, our marketing department is a young tita, so I think she saw it from her children that these are the things that we can do, so we did it.
Very, very good. Okay, now we got to get a little bit into the car, but before we get into the car, I have just one last question about the mother company behind MG, SAIC. This is also something that I think people should know, because there are, I guess, misconceptions about, if it comes from England, does it come from China? But SAIC is the largest car maker that's operating out of China. and one of the top 10 largest automotive manufacturers in the world. Is that correct?
Yes, I think, James, what we want to share with our viewers and with our friends, SAIC is a manufacturer. They bring in the expertise of technology and manufacturing processes that allows us to sell very good spec cars at a very affordable prices. The brand MG originates from England and continues the brand heritage that it started long, long before. But just like any other global brand, you find certain locations where you can manufacture them at more feasible, viable cost. And because SAIC is the largest manufacturer outside of China for automobiles, we were able to get a good convergence, great, great manufacturing ability, good brand heritage, and of course, the Filipino way of serving your clients. So it's a very good convergence for us.
Okay, so now that we've established that, we've established who TCCI is. We've also established the company behind MG, the manufacturing partner, being SAIC as well. So let's talk about your latest baby, which is the HS. I had the chance to drive this, and I thought it was very, very, very nicely spec'd. It looks great. It retains the whole corporate face and family face of MG. But where does this sit in your model lineup? Run us through where it sits.
Well, we currently have three major models that we offer. The MG5, which is our compact sedan, very, very, very well made, and it's really it has helped a lot of people have mobility during the most restrictive time. The price points were very low, so they were able to get a compact car and provide them mobility. We also have the RX5, which is also one of our SUVs, and then our most popular, which is also our ZS SUV. Of course, we also have the MG6, which is our premium sedan. But the ZS SUV was very well received by the motoring public, and it takes at least 60% of our total sales the past 3 years because it's very well spec, very well priced, and after our clients get to purchase it, they have a very good ownership experience. So now the HS again is being introduced. It's a totally new model in a totally new segment, and we realize that more and more when people went through the pandemic, had mobility requirements, and the need to be able to have a very cost-efficient vehicle, we had the perfect model available with MG, and we did what we could the past 6 months to be able to bring it in already in the Philippines because it was getting very good reviews globally. It was winning Car of the Year in Singapore, Car of the Year in certain cities in the Middle East. So we knew that it was being received in a very good way. So we brought it in right away in the Philippines to be able to address the mobility needs of the market with a very good price point.
Are you allowed to talk about the price point yet?
Yes, of course, James. We have two variants. I'm glad to share it with you because I think that's one of the key messages we want to share, that you can own a very well-equipped car without having to shell out too much because I'm sure you saw this during the pandemic, people purchase things responsibly. There were a lot of realizations that people now are more responsible in their decisions. They want to be with their families more often. They want to make sure that they have sufficient savings, but they will also want to give themselves a gift every now and then. So the HS was priced specifically to be able to address all those needs of the market. We have two variants, James, if I can proceed. We have the HS Alpha, which is priced only at our introductory price is only 1.158888. Our trophy, which is the higher variant, just as remarkable as the Alpha, is only at 1.08. But all our vehicles right now, we're giving a special introductory offer of 100,000 off on both variants. So It's very, very affordable. The Alpha will be at only 1.158, while the Trophy will be at 1.208.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that, and also great news about the introductory price. Just to give some context for those who may not be familiar, how does this differ in terms of price from ZS and RX, which are similarly looking in at least size vehicles?
The HS is basically the middle point. The ZS is still in the 1 million, sub 1 million price segment. The RX5 is about 1.2 million and above. So we will maintain all these offers so that we will be able to address all the needs and preferences of the market. But the HS is supposed to be right in the middle point to be able to offer it to that particular segment that is looking for a new vehicle, a new SUV at very competitive price points.
Let's wrap it up with your personal thoughts on the HS. What's your personal favorite feature of this car or standout?
When I got hold of it finally in the car park, I really like the panoramic view. It really gives you, because we've been contained for so long, even driving the car, you just want to have open space. And that particular feature gives me that space. And what I'm very happy about is whenever I get to ride it just across it, just in our parking lot, even the height of summer, you don't feel any really extraordinary heat or whatever. It has very good insulation, very good protection, and it gives you that openness. You just want to have to see more space wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
Yes, I would agree with you. You took mine because that was going to be what I would say, but I think the next one would be the seats. I really love I tried the Trophy, so I'm not sure if the Alpha has the same seats, but the bucket seats of the Trophy was just really nice.
Yes.
The steering wheel, the stitching, that whole steering wheel setup just looks sensational because you've got that big red button over there that activates super sport mode, which kind of feels like you're launching an attack on something. You've got that virtual display as well, the driver display, which changes. And then, of course, call me cheesy, but I love the different colors of the interior that you can change.
Yeah, it brings out my younger version, because at my age, you always want to make it just gray or black and all that, and all these things. You have this opportunity to just try out something new and feel good about it. It's really nice. It has very good options, James, and I think what's important is it reflects again the brand heritage, because it continues something that they started, and it continues the design elements. It's not a hodgepodge of things, but it's really a continuation of what it stands for. And I guess you caught it right away. You can feel the premiumness because we always attach European brands to premiumness and a premium feel. And I think it was able to achieve it right away. When we saw the HS, we said, no wonder it's being accepted globally very well.
It is extremely well spec'd. Okay, I'll leave you with the final word and an invitation for how people can sample these experiences, maybe even test drive it.
Thank you very much, James, and all our viewers for inviting us this afternoon. We're really very excited here at MG Philippines to offer this very new model that we know will excite the market. We have very optimistic projections for how we can give to the mobility to the Philippine automotive market. We're very excited with this product. It's very well spec'd. It's a very new segment, and it is positioned at a very affordable price because we want more and more people to appreciate the MG and be part of this growth. It's always nice to be part of something new. It's always nice to be part of something growing. And I can assure you, though this is a new and growing brand, the people behind it will always take care of your vehicle the way we have done it for so many years. So please follow us, follow MG Philippines, visit our 39 dealers nationwide, and I'm sure you will be able to find the right model for you, especially the MG HS.
Thank you very much. That was Attorney Albert Arcilla, President and CEO of MG and the Covenant Car Company Incorporated. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, James.
All right, well, that wraps up that segment there. I hope you get a chance to test drive it because you know what? I can only explain so much on video. It's really about how you feel about the car. And that's why getting yourself in there, touching it, feeling it, and experiencing it for yourself is really the only way to be able to make that decision. So stop by your MG dealers. There's 39 nationwide, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy to accommodate you. All right, this brings us now to our Ask Me Anything, brought to you by Motivo. We only have a couple of minutes for this, but you know what? Let's do it. Oh, look, the Tryon Towers Cat Community's here. Did you see that? You know that they celebrated, was it March 17 was it yesterday, right? March 17 last year was the year, the day that we saved the cats. So it's a milestone. Yeah, it's a happy anniversary. So thanks for tuning in, guys. All righty. What we got there? What's the question? Is it from the cats? No? Different? That just was a coincidence, right? Okay. Tito James, pahingi naman yan ng tips paano makatipid sa gas. Wow, geez. Well, this is like the hottest topic at the moment because everybody's trying to save money on gas. Thankfully, there's a bit of a rollback, but we can't really guarantee that that's not going to jump back up, as Chris mentioned in her report, that this has got a lot to do with the conflict in Ukraine and stuff like that. So, whether gas is priced at 100 pesos a liter, 50 pesos a liter, or less, you should still try to conserve it because it is a finite resource and it does emit some pretty nasty stuff into the earth. So, best advice I can give for people is, first and foremost, the thing that has the most effect on gas mileage, the number one thing, pound for pound, that will have an effect on gas mileage is you. So if you can just, create your behavior, you will save a lot more gas. Number one, you have to very carefully plan your trips. I know this sounds like, just make sure that they're necessary trips, no unnecessary trips. Okay. A lot of people, like when gas is cheap, they tend to go to the store 3 or 4 times a day or something like that. You know what? Plan it, carpool, make sure that you're making the most out of each and every trip, because this also reduces traffic on the road, not just your gas. That's number one. If you are already assuming you planned your trips accordingly, you're doing them all correctly, you're not overdoing it and not abusing it, then you have to start looking at ways on how to drive smoothly. Smooth is the key. If you picture an egg under your gas pedal, that's what I always like to do because that was what I was taught. It made me visualize a raw egg that you didn't want to break. So you're very careful on how you press your gas. Or how we were trained before by our former motorsports editor when I was in the magazine days. He used to put a glass of water onto the dashboard and we would have to drive around and not spill a drop. This created in your subconscious, a way to drive smoothly. The smoother you drive, the less friction you're causing. You use momentum as your friend. So when you're driving up to, let's say, a traffic light, just ease off the gas in advance. Don't wait till the last minute to brake. Use momentum to take you up. Because the less time you have to regain that momentum, or the less time you regain that momentum, the more gas you're saving. So always try to use momentum as your friend. Plan your trips accordingly. Be very gentle on the throttle and the steering and everything, because friction adds gas. Then, of course, after that, you know what? Don't leave your car idling for long periods of time. Those are probably the most practical tips, because the rest, turning on your aircon, off your aircon, stuff like that's not really practical anymore. Not in a hot country like ours. So just keep those and you should be able to save, I'm guessing, anywhere from 10 to 30, depends on how bad you were to drive with driving, 10 to 30 to 50% if you were a bad driver to begin with. So just keep that in mind and you should be able to have a big saving on your gas bill. And that was our Ask Me Anything, brought to you by Motivo Pampatagalan. We now have to dedicate the rest of the show to the raffle because we got so many raffles. We've only got 6 minutes to do it. We've only got one dog. So, dog, first. Look at this. Come. Rocket. You want? Man, this stinks. Here we go. Come here, Rocket. Come here. Here we go. Come. Come. This way. Here we go. It's raffle time. So I thought we'd do the ODV while he was doing that. Who's doing first? What order? Empty? I'm just not talking over the music because sometimes it gets a little loud. Okay. All right. So this is raffle time. This is for the MG merch. For those who put their hand up there, the MG merch, all new 2022 MG has just been launched, and they got some cool stuff. So Rocket, do your stuff. Hi guys. Oh look, even the cat people are your friends, Rocket. Wow, you know you're popular when cat people like you. Ooh. There you go. Next. Cardi clear? First up. Oh, this is the hand sanitizer. All right. Hi. Okay, so 500 pesos GC from White Pantry, and also we've got, what are you pointing at? Huh? The Sterilum disinfectant, that's it. That's the one we keep for some food like Friday. Okay, and of course, if you win, your name's been drawn out. Message Rocket on Instagram. There's his address. Make sure you include your screenshot as proof. And you have 24 hours to do so. Because Rocket's mail does get pretty full. He's a popular dog. Okay, Rocket, do this first and then I'll give you Steve. Ready? This is for the Cardi Clear. Oh, there you go. See? You're good. Did anyone tell you to chew with your mouth closed, Rocket? You should. Edward Sambaan. Congrats, man. That's a year's supply. Pretty good. All right, congratulations to Edward, and I can't read the other one. My eyes are a little small. Who's that? Alberto. Congrats, man. Okay, this is the lucky last. No, one more. Marks and Spencer's. Okay. He gets fed before. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Yeah. Forward GC birthday. Yeah, we got PGCs from Marks and Spencer. 3,000 bucks. You can get more than a full outfit. Yeah, because I got this for less than 3,000 for the whole outfit. And I've got the Marks and Spencer pants on as well, and shirts, and they all fit really well. Okay, so this is now the lucky last. Okay, lucky last. This is the Motivo. And these are cell phone holders, Rocket, or smartphone holders, so that the people on the motorcycles, they don't have to hold their phone. Well, even in the car, you can do it. These ones are specifically designed for your handlebar. Eat up, and then press. Yeah, I know. He's just eating. Maria Teresa Tamba. How many are we doing, eh? 3. Ella Sauce. Ella Sauce Cadell. And Lucky Last with earphone holder. Alexa Antonio with earphones and mobile phone holder. You just did it. You just burped. All right, Rocket. Say goodbye to your fans, including the cat fans. Bye, everybody. Get those cats for me. See you guys. And all right, thank you very much for tuning in. Rocket and I are saying goodbye, and the rest of the team, we got X, we got Y, here today in the studio. As always, we thank you for joining us. And for next week, we'll be here again, same time, same place, hopefully with equally fantastic raffle prizes still. Till then, be kind to one another. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help
Okay,
but notice you're
I have a bonus yet for anyone that knows this. It's like, if you notice, you're going to get a prize.
Can we just stop and chat? Get away from these boring and lonesome days of our quarantine. Early to say what lies ahead is just the first day of the rest of us. Love could be waiting at this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop.